It's time for Leisure Appeal.
The 1950s #1 vocal group in the world is back, and for one night they'll be teaming up with the Springfield Symphony. Springfield Symphony Orchestra music director Kevin Rhodes is here to tell us more about the Kingston Trio and the Springfield Symphony Pops Concert. Thank you so much for being here, Kevin.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here today.
So tell us a little bit about this Pops Concert.
Well, it is a week from this coming Saturday. It's the Kingston Trio, and they've played with us before, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And these guys are really fun. You know, they've got this sort of folksy, old-time style sort of show, you know, you know, where they tell lots of stories, and of course all their great songs are all good stories. Scotch and Soda and MTA, you know, the Mass Transit Authority, and all of these things. And it's just a really fun, pleasant evening with 3 great musicians. 3 great acoustic musicians, I should also say. You know, they're playing acoustic guitar and acoustic bass and whatever, and they sing, and they've got these great arrangements that we do with the orchestra, and it's just a fun night at the Orchestra and Symphony Hall.
It does sound like a fun night, and you know, I heard that they are really a key, essential part in folk music, and they even inspired some people like Bob Dylan.
Oh yeah, well, you know, the original group. Now, none of these guys were there in '58,
yeah.
but the group, just like the Springfield Symphony, you know, continues on through years, and different members come in, and absolutely, you know, they really sort of stood at the beginning of that whole burst of the folk music phenomenon in the late 50s and 60s. Now, I wasn't around to experience that either, but I saw a lot about it in that movie, A Mighty Wind. You remember that one?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's that kind of stuff, you know, and just a really fun time with great music. It's also a good family evening, you know, because their jokes and their stories stay totally on color.
So for families that want to go, where can they get tickets and get more information?
Well, you can call our box office at, that's area code 413-733-2291. That's 733-2291. Or
go on. Used to this.
Oh, I am, yes. Or you can go online at springfieldsymphony.org and check out all the details. The concert starts at 7:30. Like I said, that's February 11th, next Saturday. Symphony Hall, 7:30, and at 6:30 up in the Mahogany Room. You know, that's that beautiful room up at the back of Symphony Hall. We're going to have kind of a sort of a 60s style open mic poetry reading, singing thing.
That's so cool.
Kind of a, you know, if people want to get in there, bring their guitars and do some of their own singing for each other.
So anyone can go and sing?
Anyone, absolutely. Well, you have to have a ticket to the concert. But yeah. But you can absolutely. It's something that we've been doing before some of our Pops concerts, kind of making the Mahogany Room into a little impromptu performance space for audience members. We've had karaoke up there.
That's so much fun.
Yeah. It's a great different kind of night at the Symphony.
And Kevin, we also have to say that you have an event coming up the night before.
Well, yeah, I do actually, for a completely different kind of a music in Longmeadow at the First Church there in Longmeadow on the Green. I'm going to be having an evening of chamber music with the Longmeadow Chamber Music Players. We're going to be playing Dvorak and Beethoven and Prokofiev, and that's a real special sort of occasion, because you know, you're in this small church there, and with the 5 of us, there's 5 of us that are taking part in the evening, and it's like, you know, you can see the sweat off our brow and the fingers going and playing and everything. It's a really great, exciting music up close and personal.
Definitely. And what else is coming up for the Symphony these next few months? Well,
we're just coming off, actually, last weekend. We had a spectacular concert.
You had a big concert.
Yeah, nearly 2,400 people in Symphony Hall for Beethoven and Tchaikovsky. And, you know, and this is something I like to tell people all the time, because they, you know, one would automatically imagine, we know we're kind of in difficult times nowadays, and people might think, oh, well, you know, that classical music, no one wants to go hear that. But that is absolutely wrong. Our classical audiences are as big as ever nowadays, and so even you know, 200+ years later, Beethoven still rocks it. You know,
still sticking around.
He is still there, and we have coming up in March a great concert with a classical guitarist. His name is Denis Azabagic. He's an incredible guitarist, and just one of my favorite collaborators. We got a program with music with him and Brahms and some American composers And so, and then later on after that in April, then we've got another Pops concert with Byron Stripling, and a whole season full of stuff yet to come.
Oh my, you've got it all covered.
We do. Go to our website and find out all about it. They'll be glad to sell you tickets for anything, anytime.
And Kevin, why do you think, what is it so magical about classical music that so many people are still coming out to see it?
Well, you know, it's there is something about there are lots of things. You know, one of the things is that when you get an orchestra of 60, 70, 80 musicians on stage playing, and I use that word again, acoustically, not through a speaker system, there is something that that really just speaks into the heart of the human soul somehow. You know, I don't really understand it because, you know, you don't have to know anything about Beethoven or any of that stuff to actually enjoy the concert. As a matter of fact, a couple days ago, this guy came up to me and said, you know, I've been coming to your concerts for a couple years. I don't understand anything about what you play, but I love it. And so...
That's all you need to know.
That's all we need to know, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin. This was so much fun. And again, the concert is February 11th, and it'll be a wonderful time with the Kingston Trio as well.
Thank you so much for having me.
And for more information on the Springfield Symphony Pops concert, you can log on to springfieldsymphony.org.